Right guys, Mark Crossfield here, Golf and Country Club here in Spain, and I've got my GC Quad and my iPad ready to show you why I'm not a fan of the words open and close when we reference club face spinning around your body. So I'm going to hit 5 shots where I try my hardest to twist the club this way, and then I'm going to hit 5 shots where I try my hardest to twist the face this way, and I'm going to show you what number jumps the most on the GC Quad. Well, they all end up with their follow-throughs up here. People who have these kind of grips and twists, the only way I feel I can get that face to coordinate with the path and target at all. Now I'm going to do 5 where I try and turn the face as much as I can this way. Right, it's lunchtime, so I'm going to go and get some lunch and we're going to go and look at this data. I think you'll be interested in what we find here. Open or closed? Open or closed to what? Right, it's lunchtime. Coach has made a lovely sandwich there, Matt.
Yeah.
Thanks, bruh.
That's okay, don't worry about it.
So let's look at these numbers for what people call open and close. So open and close on the club face on that backswing and wherever they take those pictures. If we look at face to path, so the first 5 shots here, I'm going to D-tick these. First 5 shots here, the face is twisting down to the ground, what people would call closed. And my face to path average is 0. So a 2 closed, a 4 closed, a 3 open, a 0, and then a 2 open to path. Now if we look at the loft, 10 degrees of loft, 8 degrees of loft, 11 degrees of loft, 9 degrees of loft, and 12 degrees of delivered loft. Very, very low for that driver for me. So the face is open and closed to a path, meaning I'll hit fades and draws, or pull draws subject to the path. And the loft is constantly low, so the loft is kind of consistently staying down. Now the other big difference here as well, if we look at the lie of the club, it's 1.8 toed up, 0, 1.9 toed up, 0, 1.9 toed up. Driver delivered almost level to the ground, which is crazy. I'll deliver my driver normally kind of like 9, 10, 7s around that toed up in the air. So I'm raising the handle massively and taking all the loft off to try and find target. But I can't see much closing in there. 2 shots where it's close to the path, 2 and 4. So if we look at the next 5 shots, so the averages here for the ticked ones, I've just ticked the next 5 shots. So we've got the face to path is averaging 6 open to the path. So we've got a 2, a 14 open to the path, an 8, a 1, a 5 and a 2. So what I see from the face open to a path is it took me longer to discover how to line that face up to the path, and I also felt that as I was doing it, and I kind of tried to, near the end I started to find it and got it within 1, 5 and 2 open to the path. Remember, open to the path isn't open to 0, because the path on these is 11 left, 10 left, 7 left, 6 left. So there's only one of them there where the face is actually open to 0. On all of them the face is closed to 0 apart from one where I miscued. Big difference again. Let's look at the loft. 12, 27, sorry, I've got the wrong one ticked there, isn't I? I've got to go from 6 onwards. Let's do that again. Here we go, so it starts at 27, 23, 16, 20 and 17. So the loft is averaging 22 degrees. So the loft is doubling from what we call closed to what we call open. Now the other thing that's interesting as well is the lie. The lie now is 4 toed up, 6 toed up, 6 toed up, 6 toed up and 6 toed up. So the lie is changing drastically between the two, and the loft is changing drastically between those two movements, where both of the sets of shots are kind of trying to find some element of target and missing left and right. So why we call that closed? Do you know why we call that closed, Matt? Sorry, have I disturbed you?
Yeah. I was thinking about back home.
So why would we call the face closed in that first part or at the top of the backswing? It kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Because it feels like it, for a natural delivery, nothing else changes. It feels like it's going to be pointing left at zero, doesn't it? But what I see with students is them get very confused with this. So they go round in circles thinking their face is closed in a position, but they fade it. So they kind of ask questions like, well, that makes no sense to me. Closed face should mean hook. For me, I have a lot of success with students talking about dynamic lie and how it's affected with that angle, and definitely loft. Loft is the key and always the thing that jumps when you twist that face around. So I have a real push with my students to try and call this loft at different stages, how you are affecting or how you could affect loft rather than open and close, and it seems to resonate with students and helps them kind of really improve their hits. Oh, a little agreement there from coach.
I always see it in my lessons when I talk about loft. They're just amazed. I say this number, if we change this number, this one all will change all of the others.
Yeah.
And they change it, all the others change that.
Yeah, I agree. And it's often loft, isn't it?
It's just like, just change that and all them will change.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you're done. See you there.
I totally agree. And when you deal with open and close, nothing changes. They can manipulate the face, but then the path doesn't marry to it. The loft is getting really butchered.
Yeah.
No, I totally agree. Good input there, Matt. Better than your last input.
Sorry. I'll go back to thinking about home now.
Post comments down below. Open and close. Why do we call it that? It makes no sense to me. I think it's poor, and I certainly have taken it out of my coaching repertoire for the last few years now. Sorry, have I disturbed you?
Yeah.